Crealy is an award-winning theme park located in the south of Devon, but with many great rides, including my first ever roller coaster. What are the top 10 rides over at the park? Coming in at number 10 is the Jolly Rocker. This family ride is perfect for anyone above 90 centimeters to experience, and with a pirate theming you really feel like you are sailing across the 7 seas. The ride begins with you boarding your boat, and if you want a more intense experience, I recommend either sitting at the front or the back of the boat. From there you spin while going up and down the ramp, creating a great experience, especially for the younger kids who don't want to do any of the really scary rides. Have you ever wanted to be a shark? Well, at number 9, you're not turning into a shark, but you got the next best thing, going on a shark roller coaster. This is Shark Bay, and this roller coaster has no inversions or intense drops, but still provides a lot of thrills and enjoyment. You and 15 others set off into the lost world of Atlantis and do a figure of 8 formation, not once, not twice, but 3 times. However, this is not all, as the theming is also amazing. Well, not really, but jokes aside, the starfish in the middle is pretty cool. Overall, this ride is really great for children looking to do their first ever roller coaster, but if you want bigger thrills, I wouldn't really recommend this ride. At number 8, we are not leaving the Lost World of Atlantis area, but instead heading on to Dolphin Drop, which is your typical bounce and drop tower. Like all the other rides on the list so far, this one is great for kids, however, only 2 adults can sit on this ride, therefore causing some confusion and making queue lines sometimes a little bit longer. Apart from this, when you are on the ride itself, it is really good fun, and even to this very day, I really enjoy a lot of airtime and even a little bit of thrills. At number 7, we have the Flying Dutchmen, a good old family pirate ship ride, but don't overlook it, as in my opinion, if you either get the back or the front row, this could possibly be one of the most intense rides over at the park. However, if you do get one in the middle, it is possibly one of the tamest rides at the park, so make sure you get the right seats. In terms of the ride itself, of course the ride is quite self-explanatory, as it goes up, and you guessed it, down. The scenic elevator attraction is actually quite impressive, with the pirate models outside in addition to a massive board in the background, which personally I think they should make a seaside sort of picture on it instead of having that big load of wood, but that is just my opinion. Nevertheless, this ride is great. It is time for a soaking, as at number 6 we have Aqua Blast, and the name tells you everything. Just trust me when I say, you cannot come off this ride dry. Each boat can fit 2 people and you set off into a big pond looking thing. This boat is the danger zone, as for the next 2 minutes you will get yourself into a non-stopping water fight. This may sound fun for some, but the reason why it is not further down the list is that when it is not the summer, getting drenched isn't as fun. However, this water bumper car style ride is great in the summer, and at least when it's not, you've got a quiet queue. Top 5, and for this spot it is going to Vortex, the ride which is at every single theme park in the whole wide world. But I am not saying it is not fun. As you get into your car, you get to race your friends down one of 3 unique slides. One being incredibly steep, which is personally my favourite due to the amount of speed you get. One with a little bump, and the final one with a helix. So make sure to head onto this ride when you head over towards Crealy. However, unfortunately this ride is very short, so some people don't enjoy it for that aspect. At number 4 we have the most raw-tastic ride over at the park. This is Dino Jeeps, and to be honest, when I headed on here for the first time in 2018, I was shocked at how good the scenery was around this attraction. It feels like Jurassic Park. Well, not really. But this ride is perfect for all of the younger ones, with many dinosaurs as well as scenes which you pass in your Jurassic Jeep. Just warning you though, there may be a little surprise within the building section of this attraction, so be prepared. Unfortunately though, due to this ride only fitting 4 people per vehicle, the queue lines can be a little long for this ride. Nevertheless, I think it is definitely worth it if you want to be blown back to the prehistoric times. We have now entered the number 3 spot, and for this ride I would definitely recommend to bring a spare pair of clothes, as we have Tidal Wave, one of our only remaining log flumes in the UK. This ride has both pros as well as cons towards it. If we start off with the cons, there is absolutely no theming towards this ride, and I always say of vlog things that they need to have theming, as without it the bits where you are not going down drops can be very boring. However, this leads us perfectly onto the pros, as despite there not being any theming, there are so many drops in this ride, as there's not just one, but two. So if you love drops, you're going to get drenched. And also, if you do enjoy taking photos, there are so many good opportunities, as around the whole ride is a massive field where you can get your camera out and get some photos of the ride. So on a nice sunny day, nothing beats a ride on Tidal Wave. It is time for the second roller coaster on this list, but it sure isn't one that you should be missing out, as you might be blown away by the Twister. This Wild Mouse is definitely the most intense ride at the park. However, the reason why it is at number 2 is because there is absolutely no theming towards this attraction, like a car park coaster would have more theming. But many people do find this ride as well A, rough, and B, dizzy. So you may be thinking, well, what's so good about this ride? Well, the reason why it is so great is because many adrenaline junkies like myself find this attraction very thrilling, and it is definitely one we should be riding. On the ride itself though, there are lots of turns, drops, and at one point the whole car spins around. Therefore, if you are a thrill seeker, make sure to head on to the Twister. After talking about all the great rides at this park, it is time for the number 1 spot at Crealy, and it is going to Maximus, one of the most important rides in the world for me. Not only because it has a great layout and awesome theming, but also it was my first ever roller coaster, as before I did this ride I didn't do any ride that went round a corner or upside down, so it is very significant. However, that is not the reason why I did pick it. I picked it because it is a really fun roller coaster for all the family, and has many elements and some pretty cool structures around the ride. So in my opinion, Maximus is definitely the best ride at Crealy. Unfortunately though, that is it from our top 10 rides over at Crealy. If you have enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below, as we post over 4 top 10 videos every single week. In addition to this, if you want to support the channel loads, please make sure to follow our Patreon page, as for as little as £1 a month it means the absolute world to us. Nevertheless, this is it from me, Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.